Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. Welcome to a world where bad street antics meet slap kick combos, and inclusivity apparently comes with a very selective guest list. Buckle up, it's going to be a bumpy ride. First up, a self-appointed street revolutionary harasses a woman, then learns the hard way that not everyone on the sidewalk is into interpretive activism, especially when a bodyguard with hands shows up.
Don't fight him, man. Fuck you up me, bro. Let's
come back a bit.
What are you doing? That's old man.
Yeah.
He's an old man. He's an old man.
Why? You know why I record people. You know why. It's all right.
Go about your business. You got money, chocolate. That's an old man. He's got money, chocolate, £30. My mate owns a big shop. You don't need to shop for £20.
No, I'm not.
Trying to get the content. Everyone else is getting their content. Hello, mate. How are you? So should we bully him there too? We'll follow Balaclava Boy. He got punched in the back of the head for harassing a elderly man. Mask on, we can do a quick interview. No, I just want to get your side of the problem. He's mad. He's angry. Very angry. What's he shouting for?
More. Let's keep coming.
Bloody hell. Enrager Boy. God, the menace in Piccadilly Gardens. Jesus. Hey, well, hello, mate. I gotta keep filming. There's some people. Are they coming up on us? Oh yeah, there's one trying to flank us on the far right.
All right.
Delete the video from
Show.
How you supposed to make
Yeah, dude, let's go. Let's get out of here. Thank you, Fred, for saving me there. He came for you with a knife in his pocket.
Some people never learn. After getting a solid reality check for harassing a woman, he comes back swinging at the wrong target, proving that experience doesn't always translate to wisdom. Bonus, the pavement offers lessons in stubbornness that words never could. And just when you think irony has clocked out for the day, protesters who just screamed racist suddenly dial 911 faster than you can say free speech.
What do we do to basically ensure that people like myself who are currently, thank you to the United States, thank you to the state of California for giving me medical insurance to get blood work, for giving me food stamps so I can have food. I've applied to, I don't know how many hundreds of jobs. I can show you the receipts. I can show you the email confirmations. Like, I am trying my best to use my values with the freedom that we have
So if
here.
I give you a job, you would work 40 hours a week?
If the job is in alignment with something that's noble and good, I think I could. The issue is, and again, you may say that this is a personal weakness, but like right now, substitute teaching, tutoring, trying to help in that way is making it so that I'm able to scratch by.
Yeah.
But without the supplemental income and the help from the society of people who make more money,
But let's
I'm going to not have enough.
Irony called, it wants its award back. One moment, they're yelling racist over a meme. The next, they're dialing 911 on a security guard for doing their job. Apparently, some forms of activism are only valid when nobody in blue shows up. Consistency, optional. Chaos, guaranteed. But wait, it gets better. A protest about abolishing the police turns into a live demo of actually, maybe keep them? When Logic walks in wearing a bow.
Can I join you? So, are you with the Abolish the Police people?
Uh-huh.
Can I join?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry I'm early, so.
Me too.
Okay, and so my only concern if we abolish the police is what are we going to do about all the gun violence here?
Background check.
Okay, so, and what about ICE? Do you want to get rid of them too?
Yeah.
Okay, isn't ICE basically doing what your background checks and gun laws do?
Huh.
Well, ICE, they track all the illegals that are in the country, and you want stricter gun laws to track the guns in the country? So why do you want to keep one and get rid of the other?
First.
Okay, but so you want to track the guns in the country, but not track the illegals that are bringing the guns into the country.
Undocumented.
Okay, well then the guns aren't going to be illegal when you make the laws. They'll just be undocumented guns living in sanctuary homes.
Man, get up out here.
What? No, I'm joining your protest.
No. No, I'm about to go inside and get the police on you.
You're going to get the police on me, the same ones you want to abolish.
Yeah.
Good thing you haven't abolished them yet. So, alright, I'll just walk with you. That's alright, we can keep walking.
Bro.
Well, now you sound like a right-wing Nazi. Why are you trying to deport me?
I'm gonna get up.
You're getting the police that you want to abolish 5 seconds ago? Alright, bro.
Josh deserves a medal for patience and timing. With nothing but questions and calm logic, he turned a confident activist into a tangle of contradictions. It's almost poetic watching someone unravel under their own words, like a chess master quietly checkmating an opponent who didn't even see the board. Meanwhile, in today's episode of Emotional TED Talk vs. Biology 101, a sidewalk debate spirals from live your truth to please stop asking follow-up questions.
Do you have a child that identifies as transgender?
Of course not.
Causes anxiety. Because if you did, you wouldn't be here right now with your little scan me billboard Chris.
There's
okay?
no such thing as a
you
transgender
wouldn't.
child. They're
Oh,
called
really?
boys
There's
and girls.
not? Oh, there's not.
That's right.
Oh, there's not such a thing as a
What
transgender
does it mean
child.
for a girl to be a boy? How does that work?
If I were a parent and my child came to me and said, I don't feel comfortable in body than Mom, like I want to be this or I want to be that, like I would, but I'm very open and accepting, and I would
You would
allow
sterilize
my child.
your own child?
I would allow my child to live out their truth, self,
You would
and whatever that
sterilize
was.
your child?
If that's what it came down, if that's what you want to call it, is
Well, that's what
sterilizing my
happens.
child, then so be it.
That's what it is.
There we go. She'd
Right.
sterilize her own kid.
And that's because your child, when they know when they believe in Santa Claus, they know exactly what they want. They're not going to change their mind. Is that correct?
You know what?
Are we listening to this stance we're making here?
Hey, you know what? I'm just sorry, but I believe in letting people be who they want to be and what they want to be.
Meet debate theater at its finest, confidently preaching live your truth while tossing logic out the window. Between Santa Claus analogies and hyper-specific parental hypotheticals, she manages to justify anything while making you wonder if nuance is just a concept invented to confuse her. Bravo for the energy, though. Watch how confidently labeling someone a fascist works, right up until someone asks what that means.
You like Trump?
Am I he's a fascist.
Real person.
Okay.
You what?
He's a fascist.
How?
Everything about him.
What is the definition of fascism?
Something about like where you're putting other people down for your own gain.
No. Not quite.
I mean, she's just here having conversations. That's what we're doing. We're trying to see where you guys are coming from and also trying to educate you as to where we're coming from. I don't see anything fascist about that. In fact, that's the opposite of fascism. That's opening the floor for discussion.
Yeah. Would you say that you're pretpretty inclusive of people?
Most of the time, yes.
Yeah. So why are we inclusive of conservative gays or just people who just identify as LGBT?
Because it doesn't even feel right.
Oh, it doesn't feel right.
There's a lot of hate out there.
Well, let me ask you this. When I went to West Palm, The Pride event obviously was very blue. The only person that got shit at that event was me. I got kicked out of the event last year, and what is that?
And I can see why.
How is that diversity?
How is that? Well, first of all, how is that fair? Because all I'm doing is,
Existing.
I'm existing as a human being, and I'm using my First Amendment right.
You're instigating.
No, I'm not. I'm honestly just asking questions, and I understand asking questions is instigating.
The way you ask them, the way you frame them, yes,
That's
it's
a fascist
instigating.
ideology right there.
Nothing says inclusion like a selective welcome mat. They champion diversity, just not for anyone who questions them. Asking a simple question turns you into a villain, and it doesn't feel right, somehow replaces reasoning. Fascism in this worldview is whatever challenges your feelings. Then we head to a campus that's proudly anti-borders. Unless the border is around their student union.
Up, bro. Get off our campus.
What?
Get off our campus.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen, sweetheart. It's so funny how many people against ICE, against borders, against deportations want me off their campus today. So now all of a sudden Caitlin Bennett has come to UF and all the liberals now support borders. They support deportation. Isn't that funny? I've changed everyone's mind here.
Campus logic passionately oppose borders, fight for open doors, but don't like the door swinging towards someone who disagrees. Free speech is celebrated, as long as it stays safely off campus. Apparently consistency is optional, but outrage is mandatory. Welcome to Selective Activism 101. Up next, a debate where every question is answered with another question, and somehow Google is cited as a primary legal source.
You're not bothered by that ICE is going into houses and dragging out children and put them in concentration camps? You don't have a problem with that they defunded the Department of Education?
Yeah.
You don't have a problem with that?
Let me answer
They put
you.
it into the Department of Labor?
Where she frames her pedophiles.
Let me answer you.
And besides that,
That's where
yeah?
free pics.
So where are the Epstein files? Where are they?
Can you let me answer your question? Are you okay with that if I answer your question? So as a mother, I have a problem with people in this country who are pedophiles, who are here illegally. Please let me answer your question.
President is a
Let me answer your question.
proven. It's proven.
What's the proof?
What do you mean? Google it. How many children came forward? How many girls came forward?
Believe a victim now.
Show me the proof.
You don't believe victims? You don't believe victims?
They were paid off.
Victims?
Here's modern activism in action. Facts collide with fury, logic gets sidestepped, and every answer is an invitation to yell louder. If consistency or proof shows up, it's politely ignored. The performance isn't about truth, it's about volume, virtue signaling, and the fine art of answering without actually answering. And just when the conversation seems calm, it takes a sharp turn into cordial discussion territory, where shouting is apparently the new diplomacy.
Most of the people that have been arrested have been here illegally.
Illegally.
Legally. Most of the people that are being arrested are being here illegally. You.
Oh, I thought we were having a good conversation. Why are you saying that?
Because you're taunting me and trying to get me to agree with Trump's policies. If they were implemented correctly, if he said, I want to crack down on illegal immigration, that's fine.
That's what he's doing.
No, that's not what he's doing.
Okay.
Oh, you know Renee Good? Have you heard the name Renee Good?
Yeah.
Did you see what happened to her?
I did.
Okay. Do you think
Tragedy.
It's a tragedy. It's a f***ing crime. And Trump and Kristi Noem and ICE are protecting that murderer.
Would you drive your vehicle at an ICE officer if it was in front of your vehicle?
He was on the side of the vehicle. He shot through the side window.
He had internal bleeding. He was injured from getting hit by the vehicle.
Internal bleeding.
You gotta watch all three angles.
Tacos.
Right.
Internal
I'm
bleeding
sorry.
my ass. They rushed him away from the scene. They protected him. They were accessories after the fact of a murder. Don't you give me this.
Can you have a cordial conversation with somebody on the other side?
No.
The old school skeptic is quick to curse, faster to suspect a hidden agenda, and always ready to derail any conversation with a touch of righteous fury. He's proof that sometimes clarity takes a back seat when outrage and personal convictions are riding shotgun. Seatbelt optional, chaos guaranteed. A heartfelt plea for support meets the unthinkable proposal, full-time employment.
What do we do to basically ensure that people like myself who are currently, thank you to the United States, thank you to the state of California for giving me medical insurance to get blood work, for giving me food stamps so I can have food. I've applied to, I don't know how many hundreds of jobs. I can show you the receipts. I can show you the email confirmations. Like, I am trying my best to use my values with the freedom that we have
So if
here.
I give you a job, you would work 40 hours a week?
If the job is in alignment with something that's noble and good, I think I could. The issue is, and again, you may say that this is a personal weakness, but like right now, substitute teaching, tutoring, trying to help in that way is making it so that I'm able to scratch by.
Yeah.
But without the supplemental income and the help from the society of people who make more money, I'm going to not have enough.
Here's peak logic. Spends minutes lamenting his inability to get a job. Then when one is offered, suddenly it's impossible without society's handouts and wealthy people's help. Not personal weakness, of course, just a heroic struggle against the oppressive forces of self-reliance. Productivity, safely postponed indefinitely. Then we enter the philosophical dojo, where the definition of woman bravely fights for its life in a circular argument.
I think that a woman is anyone who identifies as a woman.
Okay, so first of all, circular definition. You think a woman
That's
is
not
anyone
circular.
who you
Black
said
man
that
by
the
his
definition of a woman is anybody who identifies as a woman. You can't use the word that you're defining in the definition.
Why not?
Because it's circular.
Why is that a problem?
Because so if you define,
Sorry, why is that a problem?
If you define a word with the word you're defining, we still don't know what the word you're defining is. That's the problem.
Why not? It's in the definition. I gave it to you.
Right. So if the definition of a woman is a woman,
yeah.
Do you understand how we still don't know what a woman is?
It's possible.
Okay.
Depends on what you understand.
Is that all she wrote for that one?
Why use clarity when you have circular definitions? He's spinning in place, passionately explaining nothing and leaving everyone else dizzy. It's less a debate and more a performance art piece titled How to Talk About Women Without Actually Defining Them. Audience, baffled but politely nodding. After that, one immigrant flips the script and leaves an entire protest wondering how the narrative just pulled a plot twist.
I think I'm the only Trump voter here. Am I the only Trump voter here? You know what's funny, guys? I'm the only immigrant here from Mexico, and I support ICE. Isn't that crazy? All of you white liberals don't like ICE, and you're all born here. So I care more about this country than you guys do. I care about our borders, our sovereignty. You guys are nuts.
Here's a guy who just walked into his own talking point. The only Trump supporter on the block suddenly becomes everyone's favorite contradiction detector, pointing out that border security isn't strictly a white-born thing. It's less protest and more unplanned stand-up comedy with national sovereignty as the punchline. And speaking of plot twists, Identity Politics gets a software update nobody was prepared for, complete with accusations of trans-native phobia.
Hey, I have a question. The front doors are locked here.
Yeah, what do you need?
I'm trying to get to the queer self-defense class.
Okay, around the corner.
So the south side of the building, is that?
Yeah.
Okay, and it said on the flyer, trans folks fight for free.
Yeah, you're trans?
I'm trans-indigenous.
You're what?
I'm trans-indigenous. My parents, bigoted doctor, assigned me white skin at birth, but I identify as a brown-skinned native.
Dude, get out of here.
Well, are you trans-native phobic?
No.
Well, then what's the problem?
Do you know how confusing this is to people and how you're making a mockery out of natives?
Well, that's ironic, don't you think?
No, we are protecting people here with self-defense.
And that's, I want to participate.
No.
I'm a native. Trans natives are natives, and this is our land.
Dude, I'm calling the cops.
Don't misindigenate me. I am not a dude.
Get out of
Don't.
here.
Why are you being trans-native phobic right now?
Please leave.
No. This is my land, and you're trespassing. You're cis-American, so how about you leave?
I need you to leave the property now.
No. What are you going to do?
I'm calling the police.
You're going to call the police on me because I'm a trans-native man of color?
You're mocking people.
That's a hate crime.
No, what you're doing is a hate crime.
Call the police then.
I'm
It's
calling
really
the
sad you're being trans-native phobic right now.
Dude,
Folks, this individual is being trans-native phobic. I'm trying to get into a queer self-defense class, and this is how they treat trans people of color. Really sad. I hope you should be proud of yourself for being trans-native phobic.
You should be ashamed of what you're doing.
Really sad. Trans natives are
You
natives.
need to leave.
Josh's expressions perfectly set the stage. He turned every question into a mirror reflecting her contradictions. As she flailed trying to explain why trans natives couldn't enter, he calmly pushed each point, exposing the inconsistencies in real time. Watching him was a masterclass in holding someone accountable with nothing but wit and poise. Finally, we close with a moment of honesty so raw it practically writes the headline itself, when calling someone a Nazi turns into an unexpected admission about what that supposedly means.
Oh wait, hold on. So actually, what you just said is actually considered super violent.
No, you guys are doing exactly what the Nazis were doing.
So you just called myself a Nazi, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so the only way to get Nazis out of power is to what?
Be violent.
It's to be violent and kill them, right?
Yeah.
So you want to kill me. But you just called me a Nazi, and the only way to get Nazis out of power is to kill them. Do you think that the leftist people want to kill me?
Yes.
Do you think that the left wants to kill me?
Yeah.
Do you agree that the left is more violent than the right?
No.
On camera, she casually admits she wants to kill him, because apparently violence is the only way to deal with Nazis. Which raises the million-dollar question, who decides who's a Nazi? Watching her brand someone deadly while dodging that question is peak performative outrage, equal parts alarming and absurdly comical. And that's your daily dose of chaos and curbside reality checks. If you enjoyed watching logic collide with outrage, hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because trust me, you won't want to miss the next episode of Wait, What Just Happened?